be honest, I look at all of the roles as very different from me and from each other, and I strive for that. I strive to find characters that allow me to understand something new about other people and other people's lives, but also myself. And I've gained certain interests through an education that was formed from immersing myself in another character. And how many people have seen Summer of Sam? Anybody? A few people? Okay, the rest of you should see the movie. It's pretty good. So I'll brief you about what it is so you understand what he's referencing. Summer of Sam is a Spike Lee movie that takes place during the summer of 1977, which was the hottest summer to date in New York City. So kind of like today in Locarno, a little hotter. You know, I started acting when I was 12 professionally. The first film I'd gotten was a television film about orphans in New York that were being sent off to adoption into the Midwest to families that owned farms, and many of them were put to work, but some of them were given a good home and religion and guidance and a life. And that was my first, that was a lead role in a film. And you know, my father took me to that audition when I was very young, and he gave me the best advice ever, which was, he said, go in there. When you go in there like you already have the role. You're just going to show them. And I remember that it was the best direction you could get, because it gave me ownership of the character. It wasn't me borrowing a material and giving an interpretation of that. It was a discovery that I have to make the character me and my own. And that was the foundation for me to start working. So I had I learned a lot of discipline on that at a very young age. That was 30 years ago, over 30 years ago.
I want to ask you something about Władysław Spielman, I mean the pianist. It was a great character to act, but also I know it was quite of a challenge. I mean, both physically and also learning to play the piano, playing Chopin. So can you tell us a little bit about the process you have to undergo?
The pianist is a unique opportunity in one's lifetime. It was probably the greatest responsibility that I've had to take on as an actor. I normally do feel a great sense of responsibility, just in a sense of professionalism of what I am responsible to do and for the film, and when there's a fictional character to create something that is unique and accessible and complex. But in this case, I am to hold up the memory of someone that not only survived the atrocities of World War II and the Holocaust, but managed to create a beautiful memoir to share, and then also Roman Polanski's direct suffering from that time, and the two kind of merged. And Roman was able to turn his tragic personal experiences into something artistic and generously and unsentimentally give a window into the horror of that time. We had a lot of pressure. We shot 6-day weeks, 12 to 16 hours a day. Roman didn't like to use a stand-in, so I was on set morning to night so that we could collaborate the entire time. And, you know, it was 6 months. And, you know, I make movies sometimes in 6 weeks, in 5 weeks. And the responsibility of having to be there 6 days a week and carry the weight of that time period and the pressure of that was the challenge. And it was such a marathon. The beauty of it is it's put everything into perspective, and no job has been that difficult after that. And so it's given me strength, because I always can look back at just the understanding of the discomfort that I felt is minuscule compared to the real suffering that exists. And it's a constant reminder that there's not much to worry about, even when we have lots to worry about.